You are nothing without royal family. Earl Spencer sends clear message to Harry-Meghan ahead of Christmas service. The friction between Prince Harry, Meghan Markle, and the British royal family has been a dominant narrative since their dramatic departure from royal duties in 2020. While public opinion remains divided on their decision to step away, Earl Spencer, the late Princess Diana's brother, has now added fuel to the fire with a pointed remark that appears to cut deep into the couple's current standing. His recent statement, "You are nothing without the royal family," delivered ahead of this year's Christmas service, has sparked widespread debate. This bold declaration not only underscores the tension between Harry and his maternal family but also raises questions about the authenticity and intent behind Meghan Markle's actions over the past few years. From the moment Meghan entered the royal fold, her presence was polarizing. She was heralded by some as a modernizing force, a biracial American actress bringing diversity to the centuries-old institution. Yet, others perceived her as an outsider whose ambitions and approach clashed with the traditional values of the monarchy. Earl Spencer's comment, though seemingly directed at both Harry and Meghan, appears to zero in on Meghan's perceived role in the couple's estrangement from the royal family. Was Meghan the driving force behind Harry's exit, or has she simply become a convenient scapegoat? To answer this, one must examine the controversies and contradictions that have surrounded her since the beginning. When Meghan Markle married Prince Harry in 2018, she was lauded as a breath of fresh air for the monarchy. Her background as an actress, her humanitarian work, and her mixed-race heritage were seen as assets that could modernize the royal family. However, just months into the marriage, cracks began to appear in this picture-perfect narrative. Behind the glamorous appearances and carefully curated public image, Meghan's actions often seemed at odds with the royal ethos of service and duty. Critics argue that Meghan's insistence on carving out a progressive role for herself within the monarchy was less about innovation and more about spotlighting herself. The now infamous royal exit in early 2020, dubbed Megxit, seemed to validate these suspicions. While the couple claimed they wanted to escape the oppressive scrutiny of the British tabloids, many questioned whether Meghan truly understood, or cared to understand, the responsibilities that came with royal life. Instead of adapting to the institution, Meghan appeared to challenge its very foundations, often portraying herself as a victim of its rigid structure. Earl Spencer's comment, therefore, strikes at the heart of what many critics have long suspected, that Meghan's association with the royal family was integral to her newfound global relevance. Without the monarchy, her platform would arguably not carry the same weight. This assertion gains traction when considering the couple's ventures post-Megxit. Since stepping away from royal duties, Harry and Meghan have attempted to establish themselves as independent influencers. Their deals with major corporations like Netflix and Spotify were initially heralded as groundbreaking. Yet, the content they've produced has been met with mixed reviews, and their projects have often failed to generate significant cultural impact. For instance, their Netflix docuseries, Harry-Meghan, while garnering initial attention, was criticized for rehashing familiar grievances against the royal family rather than offering fresh insights or solutions. Meghan's podcast, Archetypes, further illustrates this struggle. Despite high-profile guests and significant promotion, the podcast failed to resonate with audiences on a meaningful level, leading to its eventual discontinuation. Critics argue that without the allure of their royal connections, the Sussexes have struggled to justify their relevance in an already crowded media landscape. Earl Spencer's remark, therefore, cuts to the core of the couple's predicament. Stripped of their royal titles and duties, Harry and Meghan's public personas seem increasingly tied to their grievances with the monarchy rather than any substantial achievements of their own. This raises a provocative question: are Harry and Meghan building a legacy, or are they merely capitalizing on their past? Perhaps one of the most enduring criticisms of Meghan Markle is the perceived disconnect between her words and actions. While she has frequently spoken about the importance of privacy and mental health, her public behavior often appears to contradict these principles. The couple's infamous Oprah Winfrey interview in 2021 is a prime example. While they claimed to seek a more private life, the interview aired their most personal grievances on an international stage and reignited public scrutiny of the royal family. Meghan's portrayal of herself as a victim of royal racism and neglect drew widespread sympathy initially. However, as more details emerged, some of her claims were called into question. For example, her assertion that her son, Archie, was denied a title due to racial bias was later debunked by royal experts, who clarified that the rules surrounding titles predated Meghan's entry into the family. These inconsistencies have fueled accusations that Meghan manipulates narratives to suit her agenda. Earl Spencer's comment, though terse, seems to reflect this sentiment. By suggesting that Harry and Meghan are nothing without the royal family, he implicitly challenges the authenticity of their post-royal ventures and underscores the idea that their current platform is built on the very institution they've sought to distance themselves from. While much of the criticism has been directed at Meghan, Harry's role in the ongoing rift cannot be ignored. Earl Spencer's remark serves as a stark reminder of Harry's heritage and the responsibilities he has seemingly abandoned. As a prince born into one of the most famous families in the world, Harry's identity is inextricably linked to the monarchy. By stepping away, he has not only distanced himself from his family but also from the traditions and values that defined his upbringing. Critics argue that Harry's decision to leave was heavily influenced by Meghan, who, as an outsider, may not have fully appreciated the significance of his royal duties. This perception is further fueled by Harry's repeated public criticisms of his family, which many view as disloyal and unbecoming of a former senior royal. Earl Spencer's comment, therefore, can also be interpreted as a plea for Harry to remember his roots and the legacy of his mother, Princess Diana, who dedicated her life to public service despite her personal struggles with the institution. At the heart of this controversy lies Meghan Markle's polarizing public image. To her supporters, she is a trailblazer who has challenged outdated traditions and exposed the darker side of the monarchy. To her detractors, she is an opportunist whose actions have caused unnecessary division within the royal family. Earl Spencer's remark encapsulates the frustrations of the latter group. By suggesting that Harry and Meghan are nothing without the royal family, he reinforces the idea that Meghan's influence and platform are inherently tied to her royal connections. This assertion is difficult to dismiss, given that much of the couple's public narrative revolves around their experiences within the monarchy. Earl Spencer's pointed comment serves as a reminder of the enduring tensions between Harry, Meghan, and the royal family. While the couple has sought to redefine their roles outside the monarchy, their actions continue to be scrutinized through the lens of their royal past. Meghan Markle, in particular, remains a divisive figure whose motivations and authenticity are frequently called into question. As the Sussexes prepare to mark another Christmas away from the royal family, Earl Spencer's words will undoubtedly resonate with both their critics and supporters. Whether they can truly establish themselves as independent figures or remain tethered to their royal origins is a question that only time will answer. For now, the controversy surrounding their choices ensures that they remain firmly in the public eye, though perhaps not